Hi there, Amber Roberts and Andrew Bell here with you today from Ray White Surfers Paradise Group. Well, we've had a really big year in 2023 in our property management department. As I'm sure you're all aware, we did have some significant legislation that was introduced this year, but our team has taken it in their stride and they've worked with our clients on navigating through some of those intricacies. And of course, we've had ongoing training with the team to be able to work through those. So all in all, it was handled really, really well by our team and also by our tenants and landlords as a whole. We've also seen some extreme positive growth in the rental market. As you would have seen across the media, we've had what they were deeming a rental crisis. And whilst yes, there has been a shortage of rental properties across the coast, it has resulted in some phenomenal growth in our rents. We've been wanting that for a long, long time. We've seen it in places like Sydney and Melbourne, and it was now the Gold Coast turn. We've seen anywhere from 10 to 20% increases in our rents across the Gold Coast, depending on the suburbs. So a lot of our landlords, despite the fact that we have had some significant interest rate rises over the past 12 or 18 months, are still experiencing a really, really great return on their investments. So we just wanted to say thank you very much. We loved working with you and we're really, really looking forward to working with you again in 2024. I do want to just quickly say that as you would know with our updates during the year is that Andrew is a director of the Real Estate Institute of Australia, and I wanted him to just give us a quick update on the rental market as a whole. So I'll pass over to Andrew.
Thanks, Amber, appreciate that. That quick update is really, while somewhat Australia-wide, I particularly want to just touch on our own market here. A couple of things to share with. The Gold Coast continues to grow rapidly. As you can see from the graph on screen now, our growth is coming from three major sources, with regional Queensland moving to the Gold Coast to the tune of 29% of all of our migration, followed by New South Wales at 27%, and overseas migrators at 27% as well. Now Victoria is coming fourth at just 10%. And the growth continues at record levels. And the two largest age brackets for migrating parties is the 30 to 49-year-olds and the 75-plus-year-olds. The graph on screen now is showing price growth, which has certainly been really significant in recent years and consistent. The fact that the current median house price for the Gold Coast local government area sits at just $1 million. And both detached units and TAPS housing markets have seen significant per annum growth of 7.9% and 8.8% over the past 5 years. No question, vacancies are tight in the rental market. On screen now, we're showing the various postcodes across the Gold Coast. We see in general, vacancy rates are under 1%, with the majority under 0.7%. This is lower than the national average, which is at a historic low of 1.06%. Now, no surprise with the graph on screen now, which showing advertised rents were 12.2% higher year on year in Brisbane for the year ending September 23, and 7.1% higher in regional Queensland. The Gold Coast fits somewhere in between the two of those levels. In fact, recently the Gold Coast was named as Australia's most unaffordable city for rental accommodation. And it's just largely because the growth in rental demand has just been so constantly outstripping the supply. We desperately need more rental accommodation. I've been asked by many whether we see the rental market continue to pay high amounts going forward. And to that, my answer has been that recently the Reserve Bank Governor said, and be ready for this because I'm sure this will surprise you, but the Governor said renters and low-income households are better off than they were 2 years ago, despite high inflation and rapidly rising rents, because strong employment and income growth has shielded people from the worst of the cost of living crunch. I know it's hard to believe, but it is evident to us in the fact that we have negligible arrears of rents. And yes, I'm the first to acknowledge that Amber and team are far more diligent than most agents in ensuring rents are paid, but even so, people have had the income to pay the rents. So we end the year stronger in the rental market than we started the year. The demand just keeps growing and growing, as does the rents and as does the returns for owners. When you consider that most owners have been receiving on average better than 7% growth on property values each year and considerably more, add to that the yields on their rental properties, then most owners are getting 12+% return on their money. In many cases, it's as high as 20%. Just quickly, on the sales market, it continues to be strong. Signs of some easing back, but that was to be expected and healthy. We know 2024 is likely to be a little more turbulent in our economy, but the knock-on effect of real estate should not be significant. As I've mentioned in previous reports, I've never seen more favourable conditions for a landlord than we see at present. When you see the turbulence in the stock market that's been all over the shop, it's just not a safe place to be. And we're finally starting to see the likes of Bitcoin and crypto and currencies and so on being seen as the speculative markets and dangerous ones that they are. So the only two real options is either leave your money in the bank on fixed deposit rates, which is showing sub 3% in most cases, or put your money into real estate. That truly is the standard in the marketplace at present. We're looking forward to an excellent year in real estate for 2024, and can I also join with Amber and personally thank you for the great opportunities that you presented to us to look after you and care for your property. We really take that trust and faith that you've placed in us so seriously. I've been at this some 50 years, Amber a lot less, but I tell you, we truly appreciate looking after you and your interests, and we want to make sure we keep providing you with the very best service and results of any landlord in Australia. Can also pass on our season's greetings for you and all your loved ones. And I truly hope you have a wonderful Christmas and New Year festive time. Bye for now.